Hi, my name is Cameron Kealy. I'm an osteopath and founder of the Migraine Solutions program. And there's research which shows that osteopathic treatment can get up to a 95% reduction in migraine frequency, but it's interesting to see a case study of what that actually looks like. And so we've got Christine today. Hi, Christine.
Hi.
So Christine, you presented to us with migraines. Can you just give us a bit of a rundown? So how long had you been getting migraines for?
19 years.
19 years, so a long time. And what kind of symptoms did you get with them over that period?
Well, at the start, I got migraines every single night, and that was something new to me. I didn't know what they were.
Yep.
And with that, I got daily headaches that lasted actually for the 19 years that I had migraines. It was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With that came all the brain fog, the sensitivity to light, and to noise as well.
Yep.
So that was major.
Yep. So you had this pretty significant problem. What kind of treatments did you?
Well, at the start, I went and saw. At the start, I went and saw so many different doctors, specialists. Everyone was saying, she's young, we'll be fine. But I just kept persisting. Had MRIs, saw chiropractors, naturopaths as well, and acupuncturists, and nothing was really working.
Yeah. And so out of those, the acupuncture worked a little bit?
It did help with certain things. It sort of reduced my migraines down to probably once a week.
Yep.
And the severity of the daily headache sort of came down a bit as well. And over that time it sort of, gradually come down, but couldn't get rid of them completely.
Yeah. And did you work out how much money you'd spent over?
We did. We sat down and
we
sat down and it was a lot. It was probably over 20,000.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always a shock.
It is.
Okay, so when Christine presented to us, you were still getting daily headaches and a migraine about once a week.
Yeah.
So what we did in Christine's case is we took a more holistic approach, and we looked at musculoskeletal triggers and dietary triggers and lifestyle, and we found that the main musculoskeletal trigger you're usually looking for is up in the neck, but by treating your neck, we didn't really get that much of an improvement. But however, when we started looking at rib cage movement, low back movement, and getting the alignment of your whole system working better, then suddenly we got a really big reduction in migraine frequency. And after the 6-month period, we actually hadn't had a migraine for 4 months at that time, which showed the significance of getting that musculoskeletal triggers really reduced. But we also looked at diet as well, and so we did an elimination diet. We did an IgG blood test, which shows food sensitivities. Mm-hmm. And what did you find you were sensitive to?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything. So there was a lot of foods that Christine was quite sensitive to, and so we took all of those out of the diet.
Yeah.
Was that hard work?
Very hard.
Hard work.
But worth it.
But worth it, exactly. Been slowly reintroducing those, and so we're at a point now where all those foods have been reintroduced, with the exception of peanuts, which Christine's found that if she brings those back in, that does tend to trigger
too much.
Yeah. Oh, we can have peanuts once a week.
Once a week is fine.
Once a week is fine.
If I have too many a week, yes, straight away headaches.
Yeah. So it's a really good example of the effective triggers. So we've reduced the musculoskeletal triggers right down, which gives us a tolerance, but triggers will add up in the system. So we've got the food triggers reduced and the musculoskeletal triggers reduced, but if you start putting new ones back in, you can start hitting that migraine threshold again and start triggering things again. It's, as I said, it's now 3 years after we've seen you, and statistically we're getting a migraine about once every 6 months, which is a 96% reduction on where we were when we first started.
And
reduction.
no daily headaches.
And the daily headaches have gone as well,
Yes,
which which was really interesting because when we finished the program, you were still getting the daily headache, even though much reduced.
Yeah.
But by taking out all these triggers, your body's just naturally settled over the last few years, and you've actually gotten better and better
I have.
naturally over that time.
Yes.
So just a really interesting case of how you can take out triggers in different areas, and how by knowing your food you can manage it better, and just the effect on reducing migraine frequency.
migrainesolutions.com.au